Welcome everybody once again to the 1997 NR2003 Draft Series, coming to you on a warm and cloudy day for the MBNA 400 at Dover International Raceway. I'm Michael Paz alongside Darien Arnsdorff, bringing you the coverage. And Darien, NASCAR has done something very interesting concerning setups, which I believe you can elaborate a little bit more on.
Yes, I can, Michael. It is a great day here in Dover, and earlier this week, NASCAR has actually informed the teams and drivers that they are loosening the setup restrictions for the remainder of the 1997 season. In this move, we can see possibly a lot more passing, a lot more variance in faster and slower cars as a potential thing. And there is a chance that if the racing does improve, because there has been some talks of some races at some tracks not being as great as some may have thought, they're looking at potentially, if this goes well for the final 7 races of 1997, this could be a permanent change here going forward. And especially with only 7 races left in the season, this could cause a massive ripple effect on the championship battle, Michael.
Yes, indeed, and through the entire garage, there's just been a sense of optimism and reluctance going between all the teams as we see the standings. Bobby Hamilton on the top of the board with a staggering streak of 3 podiums in a row, while Cope and Earnhardt have been having to settle for top 20s. Not so good success amongst them. Jeff Gordon, 4th in points, has had an almost perfect streak of top 10s dating back to the first New Hampshire race, and Ricky Rudd in 5th in points, has broken a top 20 streak with a win at the second New Hampshire race just last week. The standings have changed, the rules have changed. How do teams process all this?
It's difficult to process, most definitely, especially when you have a massive change like this so late into the season, and especially on a championship battle as heated as this. Only 120 points separating the top 3 of Hamilton, Cope, and Earnhardt. And of course, 7 races means there's not a whole lot of points left up for grabs. So we could very easily see a lot of people in the top 10 getting phased out of this championship battle here near the end. Let's move on here for a moment. Let's take a look at the actual track because we have not had time to look at that just yet. Dover International Raceway, a 1-mile oval in the heart of Dover, Delaware, America's first state. MBNA 400, 140 laps for the race here today, 99 laps on the fuel window, only expecting 1 pit stop as we see our starting lineup now on the screen.
Yes, and to the front today is the number 4 of Jeff Burton on pole today. Alongside him will be the number 2 of Dale Jarrett, one of the Petty Penske cars. Then in row number 2 is the number 24, David Green, alongside the number 7, Daytona winner Ernie Irvan. Row number 3, the number 1 of Jack Sprague, alongside the 94 of Ken Schrader. Row number 4, it is the 46 of Mike Bliss with a great qualifying run after some pretty lackluster results and 2 DNQs in the last week, alongside the number 10 of Bobby Hamilton. And to round out the top 10, the number 88 of Lake Speed, who has really gotten his footing down today in that car for Robert Yates Racing, alongside the number 18 of Michael Waltrip.
Moving on to our second half of the top 20 here. Row number 6, we'll see the number 21 of Bobby Labonte. He's starting next to Mark Martin. Mark Martin sitting 9th in points right now. A very quiet season for the 22. We'll see what he can do here today at Dover with so few races left in his championship hopes. Row number 7, we see Jim Saunders starting next to 4th in points, Jeff Gordon. Gordon desperately needing a good run here today as he is about 203 points off the lead. Row number 8, we see Terry Labonte starting next to Jeff Green. What a qualifying run for the 4 Sobco car in the number 49 of Jeff Green. Amazing stuff to see for them. Row number 9, we'll see Johnny Benson Jr. starting next to Joe Nemechek. Rounding out your top 20, we're going to see Ricky Rudd, last week's winner, alongside Steve Park.
A couple of shakeups there in the first half of the field as we move to the second half now. In 21st position, the number 11 Mike Skinner alongside the 30 of Rusty Wallace, 2 guys who have been relatively mid-pack through the entire season. Then 23rd, it was the winner of the first Dover race, Ron Hornaday, alongside one of your championship favorites, Dale Earnhardt. He's fallen to 3rd in standings, looks to make his way through the field today. And another championship contender right behind him, the number 3 of Derek Cope, alongside the 28 of Harry Gant. Behind them, that is the 38 of Ted Musgrave, alongside the number 63 of Joe Ruttman. To round out the top 30, the number 9 of Morgan Shepherd, and the other MB2 car, the 36 of Hermie Sadler.
And looking at the last bit of your field here, row number 16, we're going to see Bill Elliott starting next to Ricky Craven. Craven had a great upset a few weeks back at Bristol. We'll see if he can turn that into a good run here today. On to row number 17, we'll see Ward Burton starting next to Sterling Marlin. Row 18, we see Dick Trinkle in the number 27, making his second race, and not that long. A great sign to see for Junior Johnson and Associates seeing their third number 27 car making another race. He's starting next to Rookie of the Year contender Dale Earnhardt Jr. Row number 19, we're going to see Kevin Harvick, another Rookie of the Year contender. He's starting next to Hunt Strickland. Hunt Strickland is 57th in overall points. He has not made a race since Talladega way earlier this year. Great to see the 91 car back in action. Row number 20, we're going to see Jeremy Mayfield starting next to John Andretti. Row number 21 will be Kyle Petty starting next to Toshio Suzuki. It seems like that 20 car Toshio Suzuki finally starting to get their groove here at the end of 1997 season. And rounding out the field in row number 22, it'll be Jerry Nadeau for Jasper Racing. And Michael, I want to just point something out here. We see all these interesting names in the field, names we have not seen in quite a while. Pre-qualifying earlier today was insane.
Yes, it is. And a quick reminder for those, our pre-qualifying run determines the 43 who are going to be in the field, and then they follow with the actual qualifying session, which is what you see here today. The pre-qualifying session, however, usually tends to follow the same route as what the actual qualifying does. However, it was just some people's absolutely lucky day, as we saw Kyle Petty, Kevin Harvick, Jerry Nadeau. These guys, even though they qualified in the back half of the field today, they were some of the fastest in pre-qualifying. Maybe that gives them a glimmer of hope going into today's race.
You would certainly hope so if you're some of these guys down in the back. It is a very big thing when you can especially come out swinging in pre-qualifying, but it really hurts whenever you're someone like a Jerry Nadeau or Kyle Petty who qualified 1-2 in pre-qualifying. They're starting 43rd and 41st here today. It's going to be very difficult for them to come up through the field.
And looking at Dover as these cars start rolling, I was able to do a couple of laps as a test run, and I realized how hard it is to try to keep yourself on the inside, which is where you're going to see where the preferred lane is going to be, and coming out of that corner with enough speed to where you don't hit the wall. In a sense, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Darlington.
This is going to be very important here today as we see the cars rounding turn 4, ready to get underway here at Dover.
And the green flag is waving here at Dover. And let's go 3 wide into turn 1, because why not?
Normally, I think we try to at least stay quiet and let them go for the first half of lap. No staying quiet this time. David Green comes out swinging and takes the lead on lap number 1 after starting in 3rd.
And he takes it without any opposition. They almost went 3 wide for a second, but he gets a good gap on everybody else as he leads lap number 1.
Lots of battling in the midfield, though, in the further back and bottom half of the top 10. Big fights going on here. Everyone trying to get whatever position they can here in the early goings here at Dover.
There's the 46 of Mike Bliss going underneath the 94. Ken Schrader, 88 elite speed, trying to go with him. There's the 21 as well. Outside lane, not preferred right now.
Thought the 29 was about to get into the 33 right there. Only lap number 3, and it's all going off here at Dover. Everyone going crazy, trying to get whatever spots they can. It's a mad dash here in the early goings here at Dover.
Oh, but it's absolutely great to see. As we see the 11 of Mike Skinner, who's moved his way all the way up into 15th, starting in 11th now, after starting 21st, up 10 positions in just 4 laps. But meanwhile, further back, the 29 car, Jim Sauter, continues to fall back well into that lighter material. That is not where you want to be, and that is not where the 2 wants to be. in relation to the 6.
Fear and agony in the hearts of Dale Jarrett there. That was horrifying for the 2 cars. Here comes Dick Trickle in the 27, making his way through the field.
With Kevin Harvick in tow, both of them trying to get around 2 of the championship favorites, which I think this tells you how much these open setups are really having an impact on everybody, because we're seeing some shifts that I don't think we ever anticipated.
Yeah, most definitely, especially how we saw earlier today in in pre-qualifying. It is very, very different, and I'm all for the anarchy, as you know.
Yes, indeed, as we'll take a look back up into second place. The field is starting to get a little bit more spread out up here. But second is Ernie Irvan with Jack Sprague in tow.
I didn't even notice. See, I didn't notice Jack Sprague up here. Up in the 3rd spot. Great to see the 1 car for Bill Davis Racing running well.
He had that win earlier this year at Daytona, and since then been relatively consistent. 4 top 20s in the last 4 races. Looking for another one today.
Might be looking to try for 2nd place here on Ernie Irvan. Irvan hasn't really done much since his win back in the Daytona 500. But he's been fine enough to where he has been staying relatively in the top 20 in points, I believe.
Yeah,
he's been 16th in points right now. He's got 3 straight top 10s with a best finish of 5th, coming 2 weeks ago at Richmond. So, very strong run for Ernie Irvan in the last few weeks.
And he's not that far behind Jack Sprague, actually. He's about maybe 60 points, give or take.
Gap up to just about 0.6 of a second as the battle for 4th might be going on here. Jeff Burton and Bobby Labonte might be looking to go at it here. Here comes Labonte looking inside. Can't quite get a run on the 4 car of Burton.
And look how spread out these guys have gotten. I mean, 10th place, which is Jeff Green. Shout out to Jeff Green. But it's almost 4 seconds between 1st and 10th already.
It's very much a different gap now with the new setups. It is very different, because I don't think it got this big this quickly in our first race or this season.
No, I mean, Dover's never exactly been a track where there's been a lot of super close racing, but even this feels a little bit more far apart than traditional, which makes me think later on in this race we're going to see a lot more lap traffic than we might normally see.
Most definitely. As I can't recall if you brought it up, but I just love seeing this 49 car running up at a nice spot right now. This is very fun to see on lap 15, or 14, sorry.
Yeah, the 49 has been even more of an odd man out as Sobko decided to go to 4 cars this year. 49 car, he is not, his best finish on the year is 25th. And every single finish outside of that has been outside the top 30. He's not made the last 4 races. And overall, it's just been, well, he's not really been there. So, the fact that he's even in the top 10, regardless of how long it lasts, is a great accomplishment for that very small team.
Yeah, and I was going to say, normally, like, in a case like this where you got a small car running up in the top 10, you're like, oh, this is a great opportunity for the team and the sponsor to get some exposure. There is no sponsor in that 49 car, is there? That car is completely blank outside of a number and some context.
No, they are running that on an absolutely minimal schedule, and, well, to be honest, I don't know if they're going to keep that 49 through next year. So, Jeff Green, enjoy this while you can. And I think he's doing just that. So we're going to take a look back in 11th. There's Derek Cope in the number 3 car, who is trying to get some of these guys to catch up to the top 10.
And you see right behind him, about 3 cars back, is the points leader, Bobby Hamilton. you gotta think he wants to try and run away from that 10 car, but right now, everyone's just kind of stuck right now in this train. Like, it's just multiple small trains right now. Not really a whole lot going on here at Dover. This is rather unexpected, I think.
Yeah, I think it's going to take a while for everybody to get settled into this kind of format, and really I was not expecting to see lap traffic, to start talking about lap traffic, but here we are. Back half of the field, Jerry Nadeau in 43rd. He is 15 seconds behind the leader, and it's about a 22-23 second lap around this track. So I really think we're going to be seeing some traffic by as early as maybe lap 40.
I'm looking at maybe like lap 30, 35 here, if it's only 7 seconds away. And actually, here comes Ernie Irvin. He's gained a lot of time these last couple laps, down to 0.3 of a second. It got down to about 2 3/4 last time by.
Yeah, and he actually ran slower that time by just a few 100s, but they've caught up to the 24, which is the first goal. Second goal would be to pass him, which we've seen.
Well, the first goal is to actually get to his bumper.
There's a lot of steps in this process.
They are not doing that right now. Just now noticing that Bobby Labonte's moved up to 4th place, Terry Labonte up to 5th, Ricky Rudd 6th, Jeff Burton's fallen down to 7th place in the 4 car. So this 21 for Wood Brothers is now making some good progress.
He is definitely along, and his brother not that far behind. Also doing something, there's Jack Sprague. He tried to look to the inside a little bit. Not able to actually complete the pass, though. And yeah, once again, this is just an interesting sight to see how spread out these guys get.
Jeff Burton's lost some more positions. He's fallen down to 9th behind Ron Hornaday Jr. and Jeff Green. That 4 car is falling right now.
Yeah, that kind of happened quietly behind the scenes while we were going around and starting to talk about a couple of different cars. He was doing well in a very short run, but as this run starts to go on, we're 25 laps into it, and he does not have that pace right now. Everybody else is running faster lap times. Let's take a look at them. You know, Jeff Green running a 22.79, Ken Schrader running a 22.85, and Burton running a 22.96.
This is even more worrying when you can think of the fact that, like, the pit window's not going to start until lap 100, around that area, if we go green all the way. We're probably going to be looking at lap 95, 100. So this is very, very worrying if you're Jeff Burton right now.
Yeah, something tells me it's going to be a long day for him. And on that fuel window, it said about 100 laps, but I have a feeling, considering that we already have about half a second of fall off, I think we might see people come in for tires a little bit earlier, maybe around lap 80 or 90.
That could definitely be a thing here, because with the new setups as well, it's thought to be those that are more aggressive are going to be a lot more aggressive on the tires, because the tire compound has changed a little bit as well as the open setups. So it could very well be a thing of, like, these guys who are pushing really hard at the start of the run might end up being very, very difficult to control their car at the end of the run.
Yeah, and I think that's also kind of contributed out to why the field is so spread apart. Everyone's on a different level of tire management, as we see Morgan Shepherd go to the inside of Ricky Rudd. And I have a feeling, if this so far, just from what we've seen, that the races here are going to be a lot more unforgiving than they've been in races past.
Most definitely. It's going to be very interesting to see, as we're only on lap number 31 of 140. 110 laps to go here at Dover. as the gap is now almost a second. Michael, I want to go back to our first race of the year here at Dover really quickly for a moment because this just crossed my mind. If you look at the length of races from the 1997 season, Dover is the race that has gone on the longest outside of the Coca-Cola 600. The race we had at Dover here on YouTube, it's listed as 1 hour and 30 minutes exactly.
Which, you know, I have not really put it into perspective like that. I've edited all these videos and I have not put in together which ones are the longest. So the fact that Dover is one of the longest really surprises me.
As we were going on about that, though, we have caught lap traffic. Number 70 of Jerry Nadeau is our first car, and it's only lap 33. This is about to get very interesting as we begin the second part of this run, the second third of this run here.
Yeah, lap traffic is going to be a really thing, I think, to wonder who's going to be the best at getting their way through these cars. It's just one car right now, but if we take a look on board with the number 24 here, we see about 5-6 more cars in the distance. And the 46 of Mike Bliss, didn't he start top 10?
I believe he did. That is not good, I think.
It is open setup, and I think we're finding our first victims of those who might have missed it. The 46.
I was going to say maybe focus on qualifying, but his teammate Jeff Green kind of has to focus on qualifying because they don't have a lot of owner's points, and look how he's doing in 8th place.
Yeah, people are taking some really big swings, and while you love watching people take these swings like that, of course, you got to realize sometimes is that unfortunately you lose, and Mike Bliss currently finding out that hard way, and I believe that we're going to see even more massive swings on the 46 when he comes down to pit road when we do our first round of pit stops.
Absolutely have to think about that, especially considering how different this is going to be now this season. So it is very intriguing to see how it will go, as we still have a long, long way to go in this race. 102 laps remaining here at Dover.
And Jeff Green in the 49 car, they're still here after 40 laps. I mean, we've been talking small team and whatnot, but when they can actually deliver on what they say on some of their big goals, once again, really shocking, but a happy kind of shocking. They're on the back bumper right now of Ron Hornaday, maybe trying to go for 7th place or hold on to 8th. But right now they have about a 1.5-second gap over 9th position. That is the 94 Ken Schrader, who's been all alone here for a good while.
He's just been kind of vibing right now, pretty well by himself, as we see a bit of stuff going on behind him. Derek Cope, Mike Skinner might be going at it there for 11th place. They're starting to close in on Jeff Burton, trying to move into the top 10 here. And that's going to be very important for Derek Cope to start making some moves here, because he really needs to start running away from that 10 car, who's not that far behind him.
Yeah, he's been trying to get away from him for a while, but ultimately unsuccessful so far. They've been trying to catch that 94 for several laps now. The one noticeable missing entry from this group is the 63 of Joe Ruttman, who's actually fallen to 17th in the meantime.
Yeah, it's not exactly... I can't exactly remember where he started right now, but 17th feels like he's doing okay right now. I believe he started around 18th or so. I can't quite remember, like I said, but he is doing fine for that MB2 Motorsports car, I think.
Yes, he is definitely improving on his initial qualifying position. That one I can definitely confirm. But as he right now is going to lose 17th position to the 18 of Michael Waltrip. Remember, he was all the way up with that group with the 3 and the 10 not that long ago. And it looks like that fall off has hit him pretty hard. Which I believe during the earlier half of the season, he was really good at managing his tires on the long run.
Yeah, we're about 44 laps completed in this race, and he's already down about 1.5, 2 seconds, so really needs to hope that whatever they change on this up can fix that, because that is a massive problem right now for Joe Ruff. He's just gonna keep bleeding time right now, considering the fact we're only on lap 46. We're only about halfway through this run.
And we're almost at 1.5 seconds of fall off, at least for Rotman. We're getting there for a lot of other guys. Which I've been there on a couple of tests where you're running until the tires wear, and you feel like you're going excruciatingly slow trying to maneuver your way around the track when you're on 60, 70 lap old tires. As we see the two go a little bit wide. I think that's what old tires do.
A bit wide. That's really wide. That is extremely wide, Michael.
Yeah, and that's what old tires feel like. That is exactly what happens. You start, it doesn't matter how much you slow down, you still overdrive the corner. And you have to tiptoe your way through every part of it. You want to get on the gas, but you know, the earlier you get on the gas, the more likely you're going to hit the wall coming off the corner. It is not. It's
so difficult to see another car slid up the track. Oh, that's a 70 of Nadu.
Oh, okay. He's on the wall.
Oh, no.
You got a little bit too far out of the way of these lead lap cars. And look at his time. Yeah, 2 seconds of fall off for the 70 car.
Nearly 2.5. That is a lot. As we see a car gets forced up the track, I think that was the 3 of Cope. Here comes Skinner.
Skinner and a lot of other guys. To the inside of the 3 they go. Cope loses 1 spot, 2 spot, 3 could lose more. Here comes the 10.
Oh,
10
no.
trying to send it in.
No!
There was not a lane there, and thankfully he did not try to press that issue any further. But he's still there to the inside this time, with a little bit of a better run.
There's only one man in the field who would have liked to see that, and that is Dale Earnhardt. That was almost catastrophic for the two that are top 2 in the championship.
And speaking of Dale Earnhardt, he's all the way in 20th right now. He's only made up 4 spots since the beginning of this race. We're seeing issues reported on the 91. Hutch Strickland. He is on pit road, though, getting that issue dealt with. However, I think he's going to be a lot faster than everybody else here when he comes back out.
That's going to be a little horrifying. He's going to be a couple laps down here, but he can make it to the end of the race now, which is a little worrying, I think. This obviously is not a strategy that will work, and it's obviously not intended because of the tire failure, but it's going to be very interesting to see how much of the new tires help the 91 of Strickland here.
Yeah, we'll watch that over the next lap or 2 as the 91 comes off of pit road. We'll catch back up with our leader, the number 24, David Green. He's got a few more lappers, this time 37th position, Warren Burton, and Dick Trickle right ahead. We'll know how good the tires are if we see the 91 come blistering by.
It'll be fairly obvious whenever he gets there. As I just now noticed, Michael, there is a new man in 2nd place and 3rd place and in 4th place.
That's right, the Labanis have made their way up into the podium position as they've made their way through the lap traffic, trying to get to the inside of Toshio Suzuki this time. Bobby and Terry helping each other get to the front. Ricky Rudd in 4th. Jack Sprague has fallen to 5th.
Ernie Irvin down in the 6th position in the 7 car. He might be falling off a bit here, but he's got 2 seconds of gap between him and Ron Hornaday. So not exactly under any pressure for the time being. As we see, the gap for the lead now is almost 2.5 seconds. Only by lap 57. We're not even halfway done with this race.
Yeah, David Green is absolutely... He shot out of a cannon when this race started, and he has not looked back since. The gap's kind of ebbed and flowed, but 2.2 seconds has been some of the largest gap we've seen today. And definitely one of the larger gaps we've seen for a leader. There's Bobby.
Oh, I thought it was her position. I bet.
Nope, the Levanis are playing very nice with each other today, getting through these cars one at a time. Not making much progress on the lead, but still holding pretty good positions when they start coming down pit road, which is probably going to be next 10-20 laps. Although with 2.5 seconds of fall off, I think they want it to come sooner.
Most definitely. Have we seen the 91 at all? I don't think we've really seen the 91 whenever we've been looking. This is going to be very interesting to see, like, because that 91 could very easily cause a caution is the worrying thing.
He's still trying to work. Oh, he almost just did. He was very impatient behind the 22 of Mark Martin.
Oh, watch out for the 36 of Sadler here.
Don't get power hungry, Hut. Don't get power hungry.
Oh! Don't do it, Hut. There's still a lot of racing to go.
And these guys, this is 24th right now in the 24th, 25th. So he is still a well distance out from getting one of his laps back. And if there is a lot of more increased speed, we're not showing it. And no, he's going to. He almost just turned the 36. That is not how you advance your position, Hut.
That was almost very bad, not good.
Oh, the 70 just overshot the corner. Very much struggling right now in that second Jasper Motorsports car. He overshot the corner, almost slid into the 38 car, which thankfully there was no incident. But man, once the pit stops happen, I think the field is going to be a little bit concerned.
You think?
Well,
I'm almost wondering now if you are losing 2 laps on a pit stop, could this maybe mean if something goes very wrong, Hut Strickland could cycle out to the lead for a little while?
Oh, no, Strickland, no!
Oh, no.
Oh, that's a championship contender.
Person. Oh, God, why did I say anything? Oh, no, Hut, you can't do that.
There was such a gap to Harry Gant in 21st that thankfully Dale Earnhardt does not lose any positions, but a bad day not helped by the 91, who is driving a little inconsiderately, shall we say?
Really? What makes you say that, Michael? He intimidated the Intimidator, for God's sake. Oh, Lord. This is I just look at Jeff Burton back here. Bro has fallen way back.
Yeah, Burton and Ruttman have. Well, Ruttman's actually stayed relatively where he's been the last while, but over this long run, Jeff Burton, not a long run car at all.
Do we look at, if you check the leaderboard for our top 10 there, you see Jeff Gordon has moved up into the 9th position, 9.4 seconds off of the lead. As we might have a battle for 3rd going on. Terry Labonte's moved into 2nd place. We missed that when we were looking at the anarchy that is Hut Strickland. But we do have Ricky Rudd and Bobby Labonte looking for 3rd place on each other.
Yep, Ricky Rudd broke up the Labonte brothers and currently trying to make his way through. And there is Sterling Marlin almost getting turned. Jack Spriggs sends the 21 way up into the almost into the wall.
I have never seen the cars get this out of shape like that and then be able to save it every time. This is horrifying.
They are getting really, really aggressive right now. I think they're a little bit irritated with how much tire wear is happening. 3 seconds.
Yeah, 3 seconds of fall off in 72 laps, not as egregious as what we would see at like New Hampshire, but nothing's going to get as egregious as New Hampshire.
Yeah, this is
just unbelievable.
It's almost playing out like an aggressive endurance race where these guys are really pushing it, even though we're on a green flag stretch of, 75 laps.
We are a little past halfway, by the way. I'm just now seeing that. We haven't really been paying attention too much to the laps go by. It's been a rather quick affair here. Only 29 minutes of green flag racing. And it's been no challenge for the 24. David Green took the lead on lap number 1. Did not start on the pole. Started in 3rd, sent it 3 wide. Turn 1, lap 1. And took the lead and has not looked back ever since. Not even a single challenge has come the way of the 24 car.
Right now, the biggest challenge, I think, is the 70 of Darien Nadeau. He went another lap down right here, and he has not been able to get off the wall. That 70 car has really been struggling.
Almost 4 seconds off the pace for Nadeau. This is, it's bad when you're getting lap by the lap cars, is the thing. Like, this is not good for Jerry Nadeau.
It is not, as we're looking at some of the other cars in danger of going a lap down. The two Prentice Haas cars, Rusty Wallace in the 30, Lake Speed, who started up near the top 10, and one of the ones fallen to 32nd. We are seeing a lot more dramatic shifts from the bottom of the field to the top of the field, and from the top of the field to the bottom of the field.
Most definitely, as we're coming up on lap 78 here, pit stops expecting around 12 or 18 laps. So we're getting close to that pit cycle. And you gotta think, for everyone who's still got the old tires, they're gonna want it to come soon. I do wonder how Hut Strickland's moving along with that 91 car, because last we saw, that car was doing some crimes against humanity.
There he is. He's caught up to the top 15. Not been able to move as much as I think we expected him to. Currently tailing the Michael Waltrip and Mike Skinner.
He has been stuck, though, and this is a fairly one-lane track, so it is rather difficult to make moves.
Oh, no! We got cars going around Toshio Suzuki! Turned around in front of Morgan Shepherd, and the caution will come out.
Well, rip Hunt Strickland.
We saw the 14 car.
Kevin Harvick was in the pits. Jack Sprague was in the pits. We had pit stops before the caution came out.
They had just started right as that incident happened.
Was Suzuki coming back on track after exiting the pits then, I wonder? That is unbelievable that we caught that at literal the moment it happened. We'll go back and take a look.
So there's Suzuki. Went a little bit wide. Here's Dale Jarrett. Just comes up to the 20 and says, "Hello, I'll take you for a spin."
Oh my goodness.
9 car. Morgan Shepherd
Came
also
up.
with a little bit of damage.
Yeah. So 3 cars involved, the 2, 9, and the 20. The 20 by far the worst of it.
The 2
That
cars
is...
who did pit, or 6 I believe, came in before the caution. The 49, the 14, the 31, the 173, and the 30. We'll take one more look at this.
So, Michael, I know... You know, I'm looking at stuff. Are we counting this as pit road shenaniganry? Or pit cycle shenanigans?
Is
Because,
pitting right now, I think we can count it as such.
Welcome back to the pit cycle shenanigan counter. Here we go, baby. Add up another one.
And here's the 24. Everybody is on pit
Lord.
road, except for the 49 of Jeff Green, who managed to get his pit stop in before the caution came out.
You're kidding me!
When you have
I hope
absolutely
he's on
nothing
the
to
lead
lose,
lap.
you have anything to gain.
I'm pretty sure a top 25 would have been something to gain. I don't think anyone expected this 49 team. Mark Martin behind him, then it's that's Johnny Benson, I'm sorry, then Lake Speed and Ricky Craven. Oh my god.
And these are all the guys who managed to get into pit road before the caution came out, so they were already in the middle of their stop, which is about 7-8 cars before we start getting to everybody else. Your more familiar ones like Terry Labonte and Ricky Rudd, Ernie Irvin. Dick Trickle is a lap down, but before we start absolutely losing it.
We'll see here how everything's looking at the front.
Engine failure reported.
Your
25 car.
is engine failure. Steve Park has blown up, and that's day done for the Hendrick Motorsports Home Depot car. That is heartbreaking.
And the 18, Michael Waltrip.
What?
Double engine failure
God.
under caution once again.
No, the 46 is a lap down, or 49 is a lap down. Jack Sprague is the leader.
There are the 5 cars ahead.
Oh no! No! Oh, you gotta feel for Jeff Green. That is heartbreaking.
And those 6 other cars with him, they were unable to beat the pace car. We'll go to commercial and come back with the restart right after this. Welcome back, everyone, to the 1997 NR 2003 Draft Series from Dover, our first caution of the race. And I'd like to apologize. Those 6-7 drivers ahead of Jack Sprague are not the leaders. Jack Sprague is your current leader. They are on the very end of the lead lap from about 25th to about 32nd, give or take. And we have about 24 cars on the lead lap right now. But Jack Sprague is going to be restarting in the middle of it.
This could be very bad for Jack Sprague, actually. The first car that gets to the inside of the leaders is going to have a massive advantage and potentially going to pull off a big lead here near the end. Pace cars, then we're back to green here at Dover with less than 60 to go.
We got lappers already blocking cars on the inside. Jack Sprague trying to see if he can clear the 20 or the 26. The 33 and the 99 right in tow right behind. All 3 on the outside right now. Single file trying to find any way around each other. Here comes Bobby Labonte.
Oh my goodness. Wood Brothers might have their moment here at Dover.
He's up to the lead. He's got the lead. Past the number 1.
And here comes the 7 of Irvin as well. Oh my goodness.
One of Jack's brakes stuck behind the number 20 of Toshio Suzuki.
Oh, here comes Skinner.
Mike Skinner. He is still yet to lead a lap the entire season. And this is his best opportunity right now.
Up to 4th. Oh my gosh. Here comes Ricky Rudd. 3 wide in front of the leader.
Lake Speed and Kyle Petty go a lap down. Right now, Labonte still has not cleared all the lappers ahead of him, but he's got a decent distance so far. Catching up to the 14 to Kevin Harvick.
Thought he's about to get in. Thought he's about to wreck the 14 of Kevin Harvick. That was close.
There's still
but
3
now you
wide
gotta think
further
it's
back.
every position matters. Look who's up here, Michael. The 10 of Hamilton has made his way back here.
And the 43 of Dale Earnhardt. Just what he needed.
What? When did he get here?
He has absolutely come to life. And the 4 of Jeff Burton. They finally fixed
There
those
goes the
issues they
7 of
had
Irvin.
early on.
Irvin's fallen back. And now, can Bobby Labonte hold on against last week's winner, Ricky Rudd?
John Andretti and Jeremy Mayfield have proven to be pretty quick lappers. Here comes
Here
Rudd to
we
the
go.
inside.
For the lead, Ricky Rudd. He's got it. Here comes the 11 of Skinner.
Looking for a second. And he's got it.
49, Jeff Green going a lap down. You hate to see it after a fantastic
Ooh, the
day.
99 got way.
Oh, caution. Caution, I believe, on the speedway.
The 49 did not
Saved
go a
by
lap
the bells,
down.
Jeff Green. He's saved by the bell. Caution is out. We'll have to go back and check it. 50 laps to go. Caution back out at Dover.
Johnny Benson Jr. Ted Musgrave on the inside. They're 3 wide. Benson into the wall, gets into the 5, gets into the 38, and they go spinning.
Can Morgan Shepherd catch a break today? That's the second accident he's been involved in today, actually.
Thankfully,
But that has just saved so many cars with that caution.
thankfully for the 9, they've been relatively small spins. No wall contact or anything. Gets an onboard with him to see how much it just comes out of left field. And around he goes again. And these are the guys who were saved by that caution. Rusty Wallace, Dale Jr., Ward Burton, Dick Trickle, Mark Martin, Mike Bliss, Craven, Sauter, Strickland, Mayfield. Jeff Green comes into pit road. Is he going to lose a lap?
What's going?
2 seconds. He did a stop and go on fuel. Is he going to beat the pace car, though?
Oh my God, Jeff.
After the second time, it just becomes insulting. Like, no, I just...
That is... Oh, man. This day just went from fantastic to bad to awful for Jeff Green.
He missed it. By the smallest of margins. Because he came down for a top... Just a little bit more gas.
You hate to see it. You absolutely hate to see it. But that's how it is. under caution here at Dover. Less than 50 laps to go. We'll get it sorted out. We'll come on back and show you the ending to the MBNA 400.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 1997 and 2003 Draft Series from Dover after another caution. And as we saw, unfortunately, the 49 of Jeff Green, he had to come down and get a few more, another splash of gas, and unfortunately was not able to get his lap back during that time. So he will rejoin us in 40th, the last car, one lap down. In the meantime, your leaders are the 99 of Ricky Rudd, 11 of Mike Skinner, 1 of Jack Sprague, 21 of Bobby Labonte, and the number 10 of Bobby Hamilton.
I'm not going to go over Jeff Green, man. That hurts. As someone who strives for anarchy and stuff like that, the 49 was doing so good today, and now to see them all the way down to 40th, that stinks, especially for a team like that.
Yeah, and for the rest of the field, we still have about 50 laps to settle out who is going to win this thing. Only one way to find out. We are green once again. 99 clears the lappers
and Rudd
this
gets
time.
Clear. That might just be all she wrote immediately.
Oh, there's contact in the back. 4 and the 10 almost got together.
No. Hamilton falling way back. There's the 43. Is Irvin going to get there? No.
Hamilton able to get down to the inside, and now he's going to get around the 4 car. There's Dale trying to find his way around everybody. And oh, he almost made contact with Suzuki.
Wouldn't it be the first time someone's made contact with Suzuki today? Good lord. Oh, and there's Hud Strickland right behind the 20.
49 of Jeff Green
Jack
goes to the
Sprague
outside.
back up to second place. Up to the front, Sprague up to second. He's 1.6 seconds off the lead already. You have to think because of that now, this might already be over for the race win.
We'll see how the 99 is able to handle this time over what could be a longer run. Right now, he's doing very well. 1.6 seconds the gap, and Sprague still has to battle with a couple of lappers, concluding the 42 of Sterling Marlin. And the 11
Has to get moving, has to get past them, but not really making progress that quickly.
70 was just reporting vibration issues. I think that car has just been struggling all day.
I think he's got a bit more than a vibration, Michael.
Yeah.
I think that car has more problems than just that right now.
I think that just might be the case. Here's the 43 of Dale Earnhardt, who, as we said, desperately needs a good run. He is in 6th right now, in a very good position.
Well, he's in a good position, but it's not made that great by the fact that look who's in 4th. The points leader, Hamilton.
Yeah, Hamilton, remember.
Doesn't matter where you finish if your championship leader is ahead of you.
But he might be able to make up a couple of points over the 3 of Derek Cope. Cope is in 13th right now. Which
is very true, but the big fish is the 10 of Hamilton.
Yeah, all of this right now, wherever these guys are, if they're behind the 10, that's more points gained for that Rudd Performance Ford. There's now 2 seconds.
Less than 40 to go. Exactly 2 seconds, actually. And yeah, Ricky Rudd just flying now that he's got clean air. No real competition for the man who won last week at New Hampshire.
Would be 2 in a row for the 99 if he is able to seal the deal, which he would definitely not mind. So see the 7 and the 21 battling, red and white cars. Ernie Irvin trying to hold off the 21 of Bobby Labonte. And right behind, David Green, who led for the good majority of this race, back into 10th position, trying to get 9th from the 2 of Dale Jarrett.
Yeah, Green's going to have most laps led here today. He led the first, 75, 79 laps before the caution came out. Once the caution came out, just hasn't had a chance to get the clean air. And it's just been struggling for David Green rest of the way here today.
There's Copen 13th, Jeff Gordon 15th. He still has a top 10 streak he's trying to hold. And he might not be able to today.
Top 10 streak that extends for, as of right now, 4 races. If it wasn't for a 34th place at Michigan, if you turn that into a top 10, he'd be on 9 straight races with a top 10. But that is not the case. He's only on 4 right now with that 34th place at Michigan. As of right now, I'm also thinking now, look who's in 3rd. Bobby Hamilton's in 3rd. Look at the last 3 race results for Bobby Hamilton, Michael.
It's a 3rd, 3rd, and a 3rd.
And look where he might finish today. 3rd. That is, I don't think I've ever seen a car go, let alone 2 straight races of 3rd. 3 straight races is crazy. 4 straight races is just unheard of, I think. He's finished in 3rd more often than he's finished 2nd. And he does all that while having 2 wins to his name.
Some stellar consistency out of that 10 car right now. Even if that is
he's got 2 wins,
3rd.
2 seconds, and 4 thirds. He's got more. He's got the same amount of thirds as he has firsts and seconds. What?
You know, if you're there holding that championship at the end of 1997, I don't really think it's going to matter how he does it.
Exactly. I mean, he's got a lead of 102 points right now before adding in this race, so it's only going to get even bigger after today.
There's the 11 of Mike Skinner trying to get around the lapper of John Andretti. Does so in the gap between first and second, the 99 and the 1, 2.6 seconds. Which I feel like is a little bit of a familiar sight, seeing the 99 and the 1 battle up front. I'm sure we've seen this happen once or twice already this year.
I'm going to be honest, my memory's not the greatest. I can't remember that was the case last week when Ricky Rudd got the win.
It wasn't last week, it was earlier in the season. I don't remember which race it was, but I do distinctly remember the 99 and the 1 battling for a good amount.
I'm looking now at Jack Sprague's last 4 races. 4 straight top 20s, best finish of 11th, worst of 20th. And then 14th in points, pretty good for Jack Sprague overall this season. I know we talked about him earlier, but he's been rather consistent, I say.
Yeah, you know, we in the first half of the year, we thought that he was going to be 5th overall in the Rookie of the Year standings. But right now, he's 3rd. He's passed 2 of the Hendrick cars. And, you know, he could potentially stay ahead of both of them. And maybe even a 3rd, depending on how the 24 does.
Most definitely. And again, it's like, you absolutely would not have expected earlier this season to see Jack Sprague in contention for Rookie of the Year, or at least in contention for second. So I don't think anyone's catching Ron Hornaday at this point, as that is a problem for the 14 of Kevin Harvick.
Yep, an engine failure, it looks like, and likely will be terminal for the 14 car. And an update on the 18, who also had that engine failure earlier. He is also out of the race, as the 14 has just confirmed his retire from the race.
Retirement's the word you're looking for there, Michael.
There we go. There we go. That's the word I need. That's what I need.
Words are hard.
It has been hard to
English very well.
It has been hard to put into words the kind of race that this has been today. Please give me that.
It's been something. It has been a race of all time, I say.
And it's not over yet. The 99 car is starting to catch some of those lappers. Toshio Suzuki, who's had that damage. Then maybe even Jerry Nadeau and others. The 24 earlier, when he was getting into lap traffic, was doing absolutely great getting past everybody. Will the 99 have the same luck?
I mean, you gotta think that 99 is just so strong right now. We're coming up on 20 laps to go. He doesn't need to do anything fancy right now. He's got a 3-second lead over Jack Sprague. There's no real rush if you're the 99 or Ricky Rudd.
He goes to the inside. Makes easy work of that number 20 car. Looks to be pretty solid for the 99 car. Jack Sprague still in second. He's broken away from the 10 car, who is now just under 4 seconds behind. Skinner holding on to fourth. Jeff Burton, fifth.
See the 43 of Dale Earnhardt there, still in sixth place. Like, you gotta think, this is better than it could have been for Earnhardt, especially considering how he was running earlier today, but it's going to be bittersweet coming home with sixth place, even though Hamilton's going to probably come out of this with a third-place finish.
Definitely, but there still are 6 races left to go in this championship, and it almost ended a lot worse for him when he was in 20th and almost got turned by the 91 of Hutch Strickland.
That is very true. Could always be a lot worse.
There's Bobby Labonte holding on to 7th position. Good run there for the number 21 car, who's a little bit lower in points than I think either of us anticipated. He's 24th in the standings. His last top 10 came back at New Hampshire, and ever since then he's only had one top 20.
Yeah, it's been a rough season for Bobby Labonte. He's got 6 top 10s, so 3 top 5s, but only 8 top 20s over the whole season. So it's been a weird season for Bobby Labonte, to say the least. He's been having a very rough streak lately. Last 8 races, best finish is 17th, worst of 37th, and 4 of those 8 races, he finished 31st or worse.
So this top 10 will definitely be a fresh air for that number 21 car. 24 car, David Green. Well, another 8th position, not that bad. He just got one 2 weeks ago. And then 9th position, number 2, Dale Jarrett. And then in 10th, 33, Terry Labonte. Holding out for the 94, Ken Schrader. Schrader's just been here all day.
He's just been vibing. And I'm also looking at Schrader's last few races here. If you look at Schrader, he has got 7 top 20s, 5 additional top 30s, and a last place finish to his name over the last 13 races. Over the last 13 races, Michael, his best finish is 12. If you look at one race before that, which is at Pocono, or no, sorry, the first Dover race. The first Dover race, he finished in second. He has not finished inside the top 11 since then.
Which really putting in perspective there, the run here that the 94 has. Which tells the team going into next year, hey, they are pretty good at Dover. Which is always a good
That
sign.
or they just need to get better everywhere else.
Yeah, that's a different story. But speaking of next year, there are a lot of guys who are going to be on that 1 year, who have their contracts expiring this year. Who are only on 1 year contracts and could potentially be free agents if they're not re-signed.
Uh-oh. We might have a thing here.
Oh, that's a 38 of Ted Musgrave. Uh-oh.
Is it... Oh, Michael!
I think that's going to be a caution.
I do decree that is a caution.
Ted Musgrave slow on track. Will that be the end of the race?
We're going to have 7 laps to go when they get to the line for Ricky Rudd, but he does have lap cars between him and Jack Sprague. So either way, this might not amount to anything, but it is a caution nonetheless.
I was expecting one more.
Are they going to
race
come down
be
pit
thrown
road
into
here?
the race.
What is happening here?
Just
Honestly,
taking-
if I'm one of these guys on the backside of the lead lap, I'm coming into the pits here. Get the fresh tires.
I mean, at this
I know
point,
you're probably not going to gain that much with 40 cars in the race, but if you're on the lead lap, I don't see a risk here.
we've got 28 cars on the lead lap here. Ward Burton, the last of them. And a lot of cars, several laps down. So, I think, yeah, you know, might as well take a swing. Because at this point, what? You know, everyone's been holding relatively steady. We haven't seen, there wasn't that chance for a major fall off. So really, I think, if you want to improve your position, fresh tires may just be the way to go.
Doesn't seem like anyone's taking it, though. So what we're going to do here, we're going to take one last break here today at Dover. When we come on back, it'll be all the way to the checkered flag. Ricky Rudd leads it. Will he still be leading at the checkered flag? You only find out one way. Come on back and join us.
Welcome back, everyone, to the
More to
1997
go.
NR2003 Draft Series from Dover. The last few laps of the race, we're going to be going green lap number 138 of 140. So we're looking very likely that Ricky Rudd is going to win this race.
You give me time to finish my thought before we got back from break, Michael. We just went straight into it. I mean, I don't think anything's really going to happen here. 3 laps to determine the winner here at Dover. Run with 3 lap cars in the way between him and Jack Sprague. Sprague might be able to get to second, or sorry, Hamilton might be able to get to second place, though, and we will be able to see if that'll be the case in these final 3 laps.
I think I can best put it like this. You might not be able to gain much, but you can certainly lose it all. And I think that's going to be the objective.
Definitely.
Survive. Just a few more laps.
Yep.
Green flag once again.
All you got to do is make it 3 laps, Ricky. And here we go.
The dogfight for second and beyond continues. Ricky Rudd tried to go to... Sorry, Bobby Hamilton tried to go to the inside. Not, and the one just drives away.
This is the Uber nothing burger, Michael.
Yeah, 99 drives away without
Rudd is
any
gone.
resistance.
Sprague is gone. 2.
And the 70 hits at the wall again. I believe. The field goes by him one final time. And there's the 98 and the 94 coming to pit road. It's the 99. Leads on the white flag.
Why are people pitting, dog? It's the final lap. These guys can't do anything right. Coming out of turn 4, one man has done everything right, though, and that is the 99, Ricky Rudd, who will round turn number 4 to win here at Dover.
It'll be a great question, I think.
What do you want me to say?
It'll be a great question to see how much celebration there is. Because I think there's just a lot of confusion right now.
I think quite literally everyone in the garage area, and even us up here in the booth, we have no idea what we just watched, I think. That was everything and nothing at the exact same time.
A lot of questions to consider as we go throughout the week. But for now, let's look at our top 10, who was Ricky Rudd, Jack Sprague, Bobby Hamilton gets another third place, his 4th in a row. Heck of a record to hold. Then in 4th, Mike Skinner, Jeff Burton, Bobby Labonte, David Green, Dale Jarrett, 33 Terry Labonte, 94 Ken Schrader takes the 10th position. Correction on what I said earlier, I saw the 98 in another car on pit road. It was not the 94. Schrader finishes in 10th, Dale Earnhardt 11th, and Cope 15th. Your points leaders, the points lead for the 10 just got a lot bigger.
Most definitely. That's 7 spot he gains over Dale Earnhardt in the race, which is going to be a whole lot of points in the overall. Congratulations to Ricky Rudd. I don't really have a whole lot to say after that. That race was very, very interesting to say the least. It was, at the beginning, we thought it would be David Green who would be coming over dominant win here today. But instead, after the cautions fly and the dust settles, it's Ricky Rudd and Roush Racing with the victory here today.
And that's how it felt. And sometimes, it's a different race than we've seen in quite a while. But sometimes that's just how the races go. Sometimes everything happens and sometimes not so much everything happens. Through it all, 27 cars finish, or 20 on the lead lap. 39 finished the race. Musgrave, Harvick, Waltrip, and Park were the 4 retirees. And we're going to be going on to Martinsville next week.
We had a fairly okay race here, if I'm not mistaken, earlier this season. So I, for one, I know probably not everyone is, but I am honestly looking forward to this race next week in Martinsville. After that, we go to Charlotte Motor Speedway for the UAW GM Quality 500. And then after that, it's a big one, Talladega Super Speedway, when we head on down there for the 4th to last race of the 1997 season.
But that's still a couple weeks out. In the meantime, congratulations Ricky Rudd on the win at Dover. And for Darien Arnsdorff, I'm Michael Paz. This is the Draft Series. We'll see you next week at Martinsville. Bye-bye.